Imagine harvesting fresh, nutritious greens every 4 days from nothing more than a bucket of mud and water. No fertilizers, no chemicals, just nature doing its thing. But here's the twist. This method is so effective, it's actually banned in parts of the United States. Why would a food growing technique be considered dangerous? Let's uncover the truth. Welcome to the Garden Sage, where we turn small spaces into abundant food forests, one experiment at a time. Today, we're diving into a method that's not just efficient, it's revolutionary. A single bucket, a fast-growing plant, and a harvest every 4 days. But this isn't just a gardening hack. It's a story of regulation, resilience, and the power of growing your own food. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set up this system and why it's raising eyebrows across the globe. If you believe in food freedom, practical gardening, and science-backed methods, hit that like button, subscribe to the Garden Sage, and let's grow smarter together. Imagine a plant that grows 3 to 4 inches a day, one that thrives in a bucket of water and mud. No fertilizers, no pesticides, no expensive tools. Just a few cuttings, a little patience, and you're harvesting fresh greens every 4 days. Sounds like science fiction. It's not. Meet Ipomoea aquatica, commonly known as water spinach or Kangkong. Native to Southeast Asia, this semi-aquatic plant is a staple in many tropical diets. It's fast-growing, nutrient-dense, and incredibly resilient. In countries like the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam, it's grown in ditches, ponds, and even roadside puddles. But here's what makes it special. Once established, it becomes a self-replicating food source. You cut it, it grows back, again and again. In a single 5-gallon bucket, you can grow enough greens to supplement your meals every few days. It's the kind of low-tech, high-yield system that could revolutionize urban gardening. So why isn't everyone doing this? Why isn't it on every balcony, every rooftop, every backyard? Well, that's where the story takes a strange turn. Because in the United States, a country that prides itself on innovation and self-reliance, this plant is considered a threat. Not because it's toxic, not because it's invasive in your garden, but because it grows too well. Let's explore why this miracle plant is banned in parts of the world that need it most. You don't need acres of land or fancy hydroponics to grow water spinach. All you need is a bucket, some soil, and water. That's it. Start with a 5-gallon bucket, the kind you can find at any hardware store. Fill it halfway with clay-rich soil or compost. Add water until it becomes a thick, muddy slurry. Then take a few cuttings of water spinach, ideally with nodes, and plant them directly into the mud. Place the bucket in a sunny spot. Within days, you'll see new shoots. Within a week, the leaves will double in size, and by day 10, you'll be ready for your first harvest. The beauty of this system is its simplicity. There's no need for constant watering. The plant draws moisture from the mud. No need for fertilizers. The plant thrives on organic matter. And no need for weeding. The dense growth naturally suppresses competition. Even better, after each harvest, the plant regrows from the cut stems. You don't need to replant. Just keep the water level consistent and it will keep producing. This method is perfect for urban gardeners, apartment dwellers, or anyone with limited space. It's scalable, sustainable, and shockingly productive. But despite its benefits, this system and the plant itself has been flagged by regulators in the US. Why? Because what's good for your plate might not be good for the environment, or so they say. Let's unpack the controversy. Water spinach is classified as a federal noxious weed by the USDA. That means it's considered a potential threat to native ecosystems, especially in warm, wet regions like Florida, Texas, and California. The concern isn't about human health. Water spinach isn't toxic, it's not genetically modified, it's not even a pest magnet. The issue is its invasiveness. In the wild, water spinach can spread rapidly, choking waterways, outcompeting native plants, and disrupting aquatic ecosystems. It's a vigorous grower, and in the wrong place, that vigor becomes a problem. That's why several US states have banned its cultivation outright. Others allow it under strict permits, often requiring containment systems and regular inspections. But here's the nuance. Growing water spinach in a controlled bucket on your balcony is not the same as letting it loose in a swamp, yet the laws don't always make that distinction. This raises a bigger question. Are we over-regulating a plant that could help solve food insecurity? In many parts of the world, water spinach is a lifeline, a cheap, fast-growing source of nutrition. In the US, it's a legal gray area, and that's where the debate begins. Let's look at both sides and what it means for gardeners like you. On one side, you have environmental agencies. Their job is to protect native ecosystems. They argue that even a single escaped plant could spread downstream, take root in a wetland, and cause ecological damage. And they're not wrong. Invasive species are a real threat. On the other hand, you have urban gardeners, food justice advocates, and sustainability experts. They argue that with proper containment, like growing in buckets, raised beds, or hydroponic tubs, water spinach poses no risk. In fact, it could be a game changer for food deserts, low-income communities, and climate-resilient agriculture. So who's right? The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Yes, caution is important, but so is context. Banning a plant outright without considering how it's grown might do more harm than good, especially when that plant can feed families every week with minimal input. This isn't just about water spinach, it's about the broader question: who gets to decide what we grow, and what happens when a plant becomes too efficient for the system to handle? Across Asia, Africa, and parts of the Middle East, water spinach isn't controversial, it's essential. In the Philippines, it's called Kangkong and used in everything from stir-fries to soups. In Thailand, it's pak bong phai dong, often flash-fried with garlic and chili. In Vietnam, it's a breakfast staple, and in Sri Lanka, it's grown in home gardens and roadside ditches alike. What's remarkable is how little infrastructure is needed. No irrigation systems, no synthetic inputs, just water, sun, and a bit of mud. In flood-prone regions, it's even grown on floating rafts, a living example of climate-resilient agriculture. In Kenya and Nigeria, water spinach is gaining popularity in urban farming circles. It's helping families supplement their diets with iron-rich greens, especially in areas where access to fresh produce is limited. These global examples show us what's possible when we embrace low-tech, high-yield crops. They also highlight the importance of context. A plant that's invasive in one region might be life-saving in another, and that's where thoughtful regulation matters. For gardeners in the US or other restricted zones, the key is containment. Growing in buckets, raised beds, or hydroponic tubs ensures the plant stays where it's supposed to. It's about responsibility, not restriction. So instead of banning the method entirely, what if we learned from these global models? What if we adapted the system, not rejected it? Let's talk about how you can do that exactly, safely, legally, and effectively no matter where you live. If you live in a region where water spinach is restricted, don't worry, you still have options. First, check your local laws. Some states allow water spinach with permits, others ban it outright. If it's legal in your area, grow it in containers only. Use buckets, raised beds, or hydroponic tubs. Never plant it near natural waterways. Always harvest before flowering to prevent seed spread, and never compost it outdoors. Instead, dispose of trimmings responsibly. If it's not legal where you live, consider alternatives. Swiss chard, for example, is a fast-growing leafy green that thrives in containers. So does Malabar spinach, a heat-loving vine that mimics the texture of water spinach and grows vertically, saving space. You can also try New Zealand spinach, amaranth greens, or even porcelain, which are all nutrient-dense, fast-growing, and legal in most regions. The point isn't just to grow water spinach, it's to embrace the philosophy behind it. Grow more with less. Use what you have, maximize your space, and reclaim your food sovereignty. Whether you're in a city apartment or a rural village, the bucket method works. It's scalable, affordable, and empowering. And with the right plant, it can feed your family year-round. So don't let a ban stop you. Let it inspire you to innovate and to grow smarter. We started this journey with a simple question: how can a plant that grows in a bucket be considered dangerous? Now we know, it's not about the plant itself, it's about how systems respond to anything that challenges the norm. A plant that grows too fast, too easily, and too abundantly, that's disruptive, and disruption often meets resistance. But here's the truth, the world needs disruption. We need new ways to grow food, ways that are accessible, affordable, and sustainable. The bucket method is one of them. It's not just about water spinach, it's about rethinking what's possible. It's about turning a small space into a source of nourishment. It's about taking control of your food, your health, and your future. At the Garden Sage, we believe in practical solutions. We believe in experiments that anyone can try, and we believe that every balcony, rooftop, and backyard can become a garden. So whether you grow water spinach or Swiss chard in a bucket or a raised bed, keep growing, keep learning, and keep questioning the rules that don't serve you.